And good afternoon, everyone. It's September 16th, 2020, and I'm Eric. So, just in case I get the new viewer because of the title, I want to, or viewers, I want to make something clear to you. I do not take Donald Trump's side. I do not take the right winger side. I do not take the leftist side, BLM, Antifa. I don't take these individual side, nor and do I support police. All right, so let's get that out of the way really fast. Again, I do not subscribe to neither the left or right paradigm. That said, if you support police or have been most of your life, you should be very troubled by some of the things that's going on currently. Now, several months ago, uh, a few months ago, I talked about how we would see attacks on police ramping up. I talked about how we would see more and more of these guys quitting their jobs, and I encouraged them to do so. Since then, attacks have ramped up. Uh, Guys have been quitting the police forces. But the thing is this: the ones who are staying on as officers, they are, instead of arresting the person being victimized by a mob, they are arresting the victim. They're arresting those being victimized instead of the mob. Case in point, there in Wisconsin, a man didn't even come out of his house with his gun. He stood in the window and showed that, hey, I'm armed. And he got arrested for that. The police chose to arrest the person who was the victim of a outrage mob instead of those uh, disturbing the peace. So, you know, you might want to reconsider your support for these people because they're going to turn on the American people, at least the ones who have historically supported institutions like your local police department, FBI, and you know the rest of them, sheriff's department, and you will be the ones getting your guns seized and dragged off to these internment, or let's call them what Hillary Clinton called them, re-education centers, camps. Now, we have a lot of other problems to add to that. So let's say a mob comes to my house, because I'm not going to back down. I'm just not stupid enough to brandish a weapon, a gun. I will let them breach my door, but as soon as they come through, they're going to be stuck in the stomach with a machete or a knife, or some other sharp object. I'm not going to use a firearm and lose it. My firearms are all hidden, and I'm not going to use it until I absolutely have to. But one of these mobs shows up at my door because I don't support the likes of Antifa or Black Lives Matter. And keep in mind, I don't support the other people either. They're both representative of the same thing. And I know how your mind is working there. Well, how are they representing the same thing? They represent the same thing through the use of force. You cannot claim to live in a free country when a whole bunch of things are compulsory, meaning you are forced to do them. The two things cannot coexist in the same society. Compulsory anything, compulsory schooling, compulsory vaccines, compulsory whatever. If you can be killed for it, which you can, you're not free. And this is my chief problem with the idea of law enforcement in the first place. Because they are there to enforce all of those things that are compulsory. The only freedom you have, and by the way, this freedom too is being taken very quickly. The only freedom you have is to decide which products and services, non governmental services, that you wish to purchase. That is the extent of your freedom. It goes no further. It is a very, very, very shallow freedom. Meaning it's only freedom on the surface. But if you dig a little bit deeper, you'll find out that, you know, you have a whole library of laws. A library. Not just a couple of books. A fucking library of things that are compulsory. So you tell me in the comment section, how does that pan out with your personal ideology? Why do you believe what you believe? Who taught you what you believe? Where did the information come from? Do you believe what you believe because you were actually there and witnessed? Or do you believe because somebody told you to believe? I know it's a short video, people, but that's all I got to say. I hope every one of you have a great day, and until next time, kill the state, live free.